I'm asking the same thing I asked Freddie. Talk about, well, first, let me get your first and last name for me.
My name is Michael Rodgers.
Michael Watch. And you want coordinator, or what would
I'm
you like?
the Director of Baseball Operations for the Macon Nike RBI program.
Perfect. Thank you. That works. That'll be very professional. I can just copy and paste that. Well, this has been an exciting time coming off of last year. What's life been like for you guys?
It's been a very whirlwind of a year. We've had a lot of success. We carried it over into the fall as we did workouts. We were able to pick up more kids than we picked up in the past to come to those workouts because they had the intention of playing with our program this year. Of course, they did, and they've experienced the success of competing at a higher level with our program.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Freddie said you only got one guy coming back this year.
We only have one who made the All-Star team who is coming back this year, Kyle Howard. Kyle is only 14 years old, so prayerfully he will be with us again next year and be our first 3-year All-Star player for the junior division.
I mean, that's exciting. You got somebody talented at least coming back.
Yes, he's a very talented young man. He hits the ball very hard.
That's good. That's what you want.
Absolutely.
Well, what is that like then? What do you tell everybody else as a new experience being on the team?
Just try to remain humble and put in the work. Everybody wants to win, but not everybody wants to do the work that it takes to win. And around here, our motto is you got to put in the work. We have to keep grinding. We have to keep pushing forward, because when you push forward, good things happen. Nothing good will happen if you don't put in the work.
Is this team a little better than last year?
Hard to say.
Yeah.
On paper, probably a little bit better than last year. We've got a little bit more pitching depth than we had last year, which is good. But there are some areas I think last year the team was a little bit better, particularly at catcher. So we've got some work to do still.
What's the best part of this team? What do y'all do good?
The best part of this team is that they hit the ball.
Yeah.
They hit the ball. We went into a tournament this weekend as a tune-up for this coming weekend. They scored 10 runs per game every single game and went undefeated. They scored 13 the first game, 10 the second game, 12 the third game, and 13 in the last game. So they did not play a close game. And they played in a 16U division when none of them were over the age of 15.
So that's confidence going into this tournament then.
I hope it's a confidence booster for them. I hope it's not an overconfidence booster for them.
How deep are you?
I think we're about 15 deep this year, so
Wow.
perhaps a little bit deeper than last year's team.
That's what you're going to see.
Do you worry about nerves because you only have one guy back?
No. These kids are used to playing at a high level, so I think they'll be competitive. They like to win. They know how to win. We have some kids who come from joined with us who are doing an outstanding job, and those kids really know how to play hard. They know how to go after it.
And chemistry.
And they don't like losing.
Chemistry with this mix is a big deal.
Chemistry's
This isn't just a bunch
deal.
of Macon kids
Yes,
together.
Right, yes, not just a bunch of Macon kids. We have kids from Dublin, so a little bit further south. We have kids from some of the Atlanta area, closer to the south side as well. So we have a large area of kids that we pull from, and they do have to come together to work. And we'll do some things that will help them do some team building. One of them is, once we get on that bus on Thursday morning, which is why that's important, we require that all the players ride the bus when we go down, because that's an opportunity for them to get to know one another, to kind of hang out together. We'll stop and feed them at some point, so then you got to wrestle with them sitting down and eating with one another and just laughing and having a good time and getting more comfortable with each other. Once they get comfortable, they'll be fine.
That's what you want to hear, yeah. I was just going to ask you if you're doing anything.
And
coming
then,
from
of
everywhere
course,
else.
on Thursday, MLB, I think, is treating them to a cookout Thursday night, so they'll have an opportunity again to come together as a unit and just to hang out and do some things together. So any kind of team building exercise we can get in, it doesn't have to be formal. We'll do it to make sure that they kind of build the camaraderie that we're looking for.
Competition-wise.
Higher expectations this year. I think everyone else is expecting a little bit more from us, and certainly the teams that we're competing against now know to expect a little bit more from us than they've gotten in the past. In the past, they've just kind of looked at a small program like Macon and said, hey, we can pencil this as a win. They can't do that anymore. Now they know that if they want to win, they've got to bring their best in order to do so. And that's where we want to be. We want to be in the conversation of one of those teams that has what it takes to be competitive and to win at a higher level. So.
It's a nice change of pace from 5 or 6 years ago.
It
isn't
is a nice change of pace. When we started this in 2019, we literally didn't have anything. We had no field. We had no place to practice. We didn't even have 2 divisions. So in a very short period of time, with Freddie and Jeff's guidance and support, we've been able to expand. We've expanded our softball program. We've expanded to having a junior division. We've expanded to having a senior division. We've expanded to having a minor league division, so that we have a variety of programs now to fit the needs of the players. So that if we have players who are still developing, we have a minor league program for them, and we have the advanced program for the kids who are very good at playing baseball. So we've kind of been able to do a lot more in a very short period of time that we just couldn't do 6 years ago. So we've come quite a long way in a short period of time, and I think now we are kind of the organization that's on everybody's lips when they talk about a premier program in Middle Georgia. They're talking Macon, Nike, RBI. They know if they see our name on a tournament schedule, they know that's going to be a quality program, and it's going to be a quality team that you're playing across. And that shows, because typically, especially in our 18U division, they generally win 3 out of 4 times a year. So that's a pretty good record. So
Yeah.
That's a nice percentage.